Welcome to Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast. This is an actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Royalty-free music provided by Kevin MacLeod, Michael Gelfie Studios, Plate Mill Games, and Tabletop Audio. And now, to adventure. Hello, listeners. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Knights of Roleplay. I'm DM Chris, and Kate and our daughter and myself, we've all been very sick. Kate is very, very congested. She's going to do her best to have good mic technique tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to John. Actually, I want to give a shout out to the Emerson College students today, where I was down there filming a part in a movie, and at least one of them listens to our podcast. So yeah, for them. And we talked a lot about D&D, and I tried to get everybody to listen to the podcast. So hopefully they will. They were awesome. Now, John, go ahead and try to kill us.
All right. Welcome back, intrepid dungeon delvers.
Who are you calling intrepid?
It's not an insult.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. Where we last left off, the party had dived into yet another sarcophagus, only to find that they got a whole lot of bones.
Bones to pick.
Yep, lots of bones. And which they managed to overcome kind of the hard way, but whatever. A win is a win.
Hold on one second. We also don't have a babysitter, so our daughter is sitting right with us at the table, just so you know. All right, go ahead, John.
She's fascinated. She's fascinated with our DM.
After disposing of the undead and the various little urns that they were coming out of, they then tried to solve the tomb, only to realize that they had already broken it. Congratulations. But they also managed to pick up yet another deity of some kind, which Mayock just point-blank refused to allow it. Good for you, Mayock. Glad you're sticking to your principles.
You have to do that, especially with who I believe in.
Yeah. You do? Yeah, so you still got the magic item, which was, an amulet. And at which point you then notice the secret door off to the side, wherein you found a corridor containing a bottle with a dowel. The Dow tried to get your attention, to get you to let her out of the bottle, which you just said, screw it, and stuck her in your bag.
Yes.
At which point you checked the rest of the corridor to see if you could find if there was a secret passage at the other end, a secret door, which you couldn't find a latch for or anything, so you exited back out to the main area. What do you want to call that? Corridor. It's kind of a box cube thing with banister. I don't know. Words fail me tonight. Foyer. Well, not really a foyer. Tower-ish. Under anti-tower kind of goes down. Whatever. So, let me pull up my map here again. And exiting out of that, the zombie door that you wrestled open, to your left, you see the railing go all the way down to the next floor, and to your right, over on the opposite side of the room, you see one corridor that you have not yet explored. So, adventurers, what would you like to do?
Foramon starts walking towards that corridor.
You're heading for that corridor. Is everybody else following, I assume?
Hey, let's go this way!
Hey, where do you think you're going without my discretion?
But for a moment, weren't you going to try to identify the amulet
What amulet?
that our leadership friend here is holding?
This is my amulet. You may not have it.
Yeah, right.
It also makes me the leader. Where do you think you're going without
Don't
my
you want
direction?
to identify its capabilities so you can better lead us?
Hey, give me that stupid lizard.
I'm not giving it to you. You may look at it.
I have to study it, dumbass.
I don't know if Dirkers would allow that to happen.
Dorcas is not happy with you.
There is no PvP in this campaign. As tempting as it is.
Wizard goes flying off the balcony.
Dun, 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 dun.
You just see him falling into the abyss, like swearing like Yosemite Sam.
Want more bread? Bread.
Bread, very good, sweetie. Sarah, do you let Foreman identify it? He has to spend 10 minutes with it, basically.
Yeah, if Dirkers tries to get you to just like look at it while it's still around her neck.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to stand there with him for 10 minutes.
Awkwardly close.
Yes.
With his hands around your neck.
Yes.
This is a true WWD.
Her little face tucked into your chest.
What would Dirkers do?
do.
Yes. WWDD. What would Dirkers do? Dirkers is not letting this amulet off her neck.
Okay,
All right, well-
so Foreman gets close to you and
She is a very disgruntled kobold.
awkwardly examines it and says, "You need a breath mint."
You need a casket.
Working on it.
Which will
10
cast.
okay. 10 minutes pass with him mumbling and cursing and almost fainting at kobold breath. And you learn that it is this.
What is this?
Oh.
Can you describe it for the audience?
I mean, I just tell her so she knows. She knows the mechanics. Of
Negative.
it.
It is an amulet of health. Once you are attuned to it, it raises your constitution to 19 if your constitution is less than 19.
Holy crap. Wow, that's pretty spectacular.
That is a powerful item indeed.
And how long does it take me to attune to that?
It takes a short rest, 1 hour.
Okay.
Although we could just stop for an hour without actually short resting if we wanted to conserve resources.
You could, yeah.
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 Yeah, she says yes. So,
There's her bowl. Oh,
uh-oh.
man.
There's cheese on the floor.
I understand.
And there's cheese on the floor.
It's not a party until there's
We have
cheese
no
on the floor.
babysitter. It's going to be interesting.
I took my eyes off of her for 5 seconds.
Now what would Dirkris do?
Now what will Dirkris do? Dirkris is very excited about the possibility of being stronger kobold. Well, this is very good to hear. I don't know if this is a good spot to take an hour break, though.
You still have that other pendant, don't you?
Oh. What does that mean?
There we go. You need to be careful with this. No dropping it.
I have a ring.
You need to eat.
No, from way back before you guys entered the tomb.
Oh, she had the pendant that we came in with. The amulet that
pointed out
that pulled her to the real entrance after we had found the false
Oh,
one.
yes, I do.
I don't know if we ever identified that.
No.
I guess we'd for him and see it and take enough
That's okay.
interest that he'd want to do that too.
I can just say you've had it long enough that it's just a unique pendant.
So not a magic item, not...
It doesn't give you any buffs or anything like that.
Okay.
It is just a unique magic item.
Okay.
Are you saying this as in I can only wear one or the other, or...
By raw, yes, you can only wear one pendant.
Well, Dirkris would like to wear lots of pendants, but you know... She's a very flashy young kobold.
Starting to look like Mr. T.
I was actually thinking that in my head. I was like,
I've been in the pool.
be Mrs. T.
Girlfriend, not wife, is Miss T to you.
Point taken.
She a fog?
So,
So, I don't understand what you're asking me.
Which pendant you gonna wear?
Oh, I'm going to wear the one that buffs me.
Okay, so you take the other pendant off. Okay.
I will hand the other pendant to my cool new gothy, sexy girl in the party.
Well, this is thank you, friend.
Look, you're very welcome.
Kind of goes with the goth look. It's very
Right.
That's very fancy.
It's very fancy. Okay, so amulet mystery solved.
You said it was an amulet of protection?
Amulet of health.
Amulet of health.
And we had a long rest, so you're fully attuned and everything to your staff or whatever, what rod, whatever you got.
Yeah.
He's fully attuned to his
The
rod.
snaky god.
His rod of erection.
Whoa. Whoa.
I shouldn't say that with my daughter at the table. But
You shouldn't swear as much with your daughter.
yeah, I'm going to tone down the swearing for this episode.
I want to hear her start parroting that. That'd be,
I'll
that'd be
still
hilarious.
try to be insulting and curmudgeonly.
Okay. So, amulet situation dealt with. You head off to the final corridor on this level. As you turn down the northeast corridor, you see in the distance, about halfway down, it looks like the corridor. There's a corridor that goes left and right. It's a four-way intersection, and all the way down at the far end, you see a light.
Like daylight or just a light?
It kind of
light?
looks like daylight.
I'm assuming that somebody is going to get in front of Foramon because he'll probably go down, but he probably should not actually be leading the party.
Yes, we should probably go ahead and
I
set
thought
your marching
Dirkris
order
was in the lead.
So Kalana has relatively high passive perception. I don't know about the rest of the group, but
So you want Dirkris and Kalana to go in the front?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
is
So
it 5 foot corridor or 10?
It is a 5 foot wide corridor.
Okay, so Dirkris, then Kalana.
Then squishy wizard in the middle.
Squishy, old, almost dead guy in the middle.
Okay. So
You're not sure if he's undead.
Dirkris, Kalana, then okay.
So then probably
Formaldehyde, then
Fang. Fang and Mayok basically bringing up the rear.
Timestamp.
Fang and Mayak.
Whoa. Hey, you.
Okay. You advance down the corridor until you reach the four-way intersection. Let's see. At the four-way intersection, the corridors to the north and south curve upward and out of sight, but with no rails or steps to allow them to be climbed. The corpse of a half-human, half-goat creature in robes sprawls 10 feet to the north. It grips a staff tipped with a bronze goat's head.
What is it? So,
Could you read that one more time, please?
sorry, yeah, I zoned out for a second, baby.
At the four-way intersection, the corridors to the north and south curve upward and out of sight, but with no rails or steps to allow them to be climbed. The corpse of a half-human, half-goat creature in robes sprawls 10 feet to the north. It grips a staff tipped with a bronze goat's head.
Okay, but straight ahead of us, there's still, it goes up. We can see a light at the
You
end
can
of that.
still see a light at the end of the tunnel, yes.
Okay.
Especially for me.
So, Kalana is curious, but
Kalana.
also cautious. So, before we cross that cross intersection, she's gonna kind of lean around the corner past Dirkris and reach out a hand. And because she's a psionicist, she's gonna use telekinesis and pull the staff to her.
Okay. Let's see. Who is possessed by who at the moment?
Have
Dirkris.
Papa Zogel.
You have Papa Zottel. Okay. I need to update my list.
Which I think I get
Okay,
to
so-
do that once for free without earning
Fang
a
has
point.
somebody too.
Dirkris has Papa. And Fang has Snek Moa. Okay. And you're the only two that are currently possessed?
Yes, because the one that I did have got cast out.
Yeah. You fought it off and you managed to keep Papa. Okay.
I know I'm watering your daughter.
Dirkus, you hear in your head, I want you to walk that hall. Now. I want to see what's over there. Go.
Which hall are you talking about? You need to be more specific. There's
The one that goes
three.
up. The one that goes up.
The one that goes up?
Yes.
With the goat guy?
Yes.
How am I supposed to get by the goat guy?
He's just standing. He's dead. You walk and step over him.
Oh, okay. I start walking up the hall.
Okay. So you pull the staff to you while she, and at the same time, she starts walking up the northern hallway.
I stand there and say, friend, are you sure that's wise? We don't know if that's trapped or not.
Oh, I've decided I'm going. So if you're coming with me.
Do we have a
Turn and
choice?
shrug at the rest of the group. I mean, do we want to follow or...
We seem to not have any choice at the moment, so...
And you have, by the way, you also have no problems pulling the staff to you. It just
Okay. Yeah, I can pull large or smaller objects, so there's quite a range of stuff that I can move, so...
I say let's just follow her
All right.
and see.
Anything when I get a hold of it?
It's an eye staff.
Okay. But I don't get attacked by a smoky god or...
You don't get attacked by a smoky god or anything, no.
Okay.
So, all right. So the rest of you following.
Are we following her on the uphill path without anything to help us climb it?
Okay. Well, you're all going to have to step over the body. You guys want to do anything?
I mean, I think I have Speak with Dead. The question is, do I want to burn the spot? Oh, good grief. Do I have Speak with Dead? Am I remembering that right?
Maybe he can tell us what has happened to us here.
Hey,
guys, see that staff?
Search the body?
Yes, I'll talk with you about identifying it, but do we want to try to do anything with this dead body here before we continue further along with our
Thought there was clothes
little
for loose change.
motivated friend?
You want to loot the body?
Yeah.
Loot the, yeah.
We should
Loot the body.
probably give him a proper
Loot the room.
burial.
Well, there's no place to really bury anything here, unfortunately.
We can say a ceremony and give him a send-off.
You'll consecrate him?
Yes.
Okay. Well, while Mayak performs the rites for the dead, Fang ruffles through the goat man's clothing and comes up with an ink pot, which, according to the markings on the ink pot, says that it never runs dry.
Cool.
A spell book. And let's see.
Hey, what'd you find there? Looks like a spell book.
And you also find a journal, which contains this entry. Pass that on to him.
You're gonna have me read.
You do have to read. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's a Druish thing to be able to read, but you can go ahead and try.
It's very Druish.
Alright, I'm gonna try to read this out loud. So, timestamp this. In case someone else needs to do it. Alright. To those who find this, now that I, Devlin Bashir, am the last surviving member of the company of the Yellow Banner, the warlord Rasni stripped us of our weapons and threw us in here on orders of his master Asarak. I can only imagine our souls are to be fed to his phylactery. Sorry, we don't read much in the Druid.
That was right.
All right, yeah. Alas, it seems he has won. Our company was separated after the incident with the four-armed gargoyle. The Tomb Guardians tore Seward to pieces, and with him, we lost the Starfallen. Our quest was a failure. Even if we'd found the eye, the elf princess was gone. My friends wouldn't have lasted long without their weapons, especially with a doppelganger in our midst. as Seth suspected. Of course, I kept my staff. I'm sure Brixton would have seen the humor in that. Gentle Rita, let a dying man offer you one piece of advice. Asarak is a trickster who desires nothing but your soul. His riddles may help you, but in the end, his final secret always leads to your doom. Timora saves us all. What the hell does that mean?
I didn't catch the last sentence because I was giggly toddler. Oh, my God.
So who's this Asarat guy?
It's the name that was mentioned on the obelisk before I came in. I don't know if you all saw it.
Have we found this gentleman yet, Asarat?
It's possibly a safe guess that the one who vaporized my brother or sister when you opened the door to that room might have had that much power.
Why are we wasting so much time on the dead guy? I was told we should go this way.
Your new voice seems more persistent than the voice that you said was very timid.
Hey, is that spellbooking right there?
It looks like it, yeah. Here. You take it.
Foreman checked out the spellbook.
All right. You find. Okay. I don't know if you want to write this down or I can give you the list later or whatever.
If you want to just give it to me later, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you want to read it off, you can, but I'm not going to write it down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just for your edification, it contains the first level spells: Alarm, Comprehend Languages, Detect Magic, Expeditious Retreat, Identify, Illusory Script, Sleep, Tensor's Floating Disc. Second level spells: Arcane Lock, Floating Cloud of Daggers, and Flaming Sphere and Knock. And the third level spells: Dispel Magic and Great Balls of Fire.
Cool.
Knock is nice.
Sounds very wizardy.
So Kalana turns to you and puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Friend, does the new voice let you ask questions? Could you at least ask why?"
You're not my friend. We just met you.
Well, I thought you said I was pretty cool.
Well,
so
you're
I don't
very
think
pretty.
I'm asking you a crazy question.
You're very pretty. That's different than pretty cool.
Can you ask the voice in your head why it wants you to go up this path that we don't even?
Why
have
do
the
you
right to
question
find?
me? I am the most strong leader in this group.
Are you the smartest leader? in
I am
this group?
strong. I protect you.
Who protects you?
I protect me.
Fair enough.
I am the only one that needs to protect me.
With that big engorged tail.
You're weird, old man.
Hey, mine doesn't do that anymore.
I wish the listeners could see just how much I'm enjoying her acting because I know why. I'm getting the most enjoyment out of this and all of you.
How far have we gone up this path, or have we gotten to it
You
at
kind
all?
of got arrested, checking out the dead guy, but
Arrested.
Hey, can I see that staff?
Yeah.
Check that out.
You can't do anything with it, old man. You just said so yourself.
Well, if you take 10 minutes, can't you identify it again?
Yeah.
if Dirk was to let you.
Can you hold on some more, lizard person?
I have a name, old man.
What is it? Dickless?
This was all last year, too. Oh, we broke Chris.
Just broke himself.
Chris and I shouldn't be allowed to play. We're both tired.
How's it going, Chris? Thank you. Hold up there, Dickless. I wanna examine the staff.
You You are about to make a very bad mistake, old man,
By examining a staff?
by making fun of a very strong female kobold.
What, did I get your name wrong?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Duck Lips.
It is Dark Chris! And all of a sudden her, snout engorges to, twice the size. And the
that a
teeth are
rage?
yes, it's part of the rage.
Okay, so she just spent a rage.
I just spent a rage. Hey, I didn't say that she was smart.
No, that's good. That's good.
Alana already suspects she is.
What the hell is going on with your face?
You're making me very angry.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Dirk Chris, weren't we trying to go up this incline over here?
Yes, and you guys are holding me up.
Let's see if the wizard can identify the staff. It may help us.
Hey, it's okay. We can let Dipstick keep going up this way. Go ahead, Dipstick.
She's gonna chomp at you.
No PvP. Use your words.
She chomps at him. I'm serious.
Go on.
Roll a hit.
John's already losing control.
Whatever. Are you kidding? I never pretend to have control.
Over me? He never has control over me. Oh, Jesus. AC 27.
Oh,
Reaction.
block.
Let's see here. Interception.
Interception.
What does that do?
When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 4.
It only hit for 8, so.
Okay.
It still may not soak all of
I
it.
might not soak all of it, but let me find my d10s because I don't have my dice ready. Anyway, I reduce 8.
Okay.
That's soaked all of it.
Yep. Kalana manages to deflect your shot, your bite.
I kind of look at both of you and say, "Children, we need to focus on helping each other."
All right, fine. Keep going. We'll follow you.
It's Dark Chris.
Dirk. Yeah, we'll follow you.
Kind of looks at her and says,
She goes really, really loudly, and this big poof of smoke comes out her nostrils. You have an imagination that that's probably what it looks like to stare down a real dragon. Not a tiny one.
Mayak just throws up his hands.
She crosses her arms and turns up the corridor and swishes her tail at you while she waits impatiently.
Okay. 10
Okay.
minutes identifying the staff.
So we are identifying the staff. Okay. Make up your mind. You identified the staff as a staff of striking.
All right.
So go ahead and drop that for your for edification. Staff can be wielded as a magic quarter staff that grants a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. The staff has 10 charges. When you hit with a melee attack using it, you can expend up to 3 of its charges. For each charge you expend, the target takes an extra 1d6 force damage. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On the 1, the staff becomes a non-magical quarterstaff.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
So it's like a melee staff?
Basically.
It's a +3 staff that you can add a bit of extra damage with.
That's probably better for a monk, but whatever.
Okay. Well, I mean, it might be, but what is it used for?
It does.
Is it finesse or is it?
It does require attunement. There are no restrictions on the attunement, but yeah.
Okay.
It's probably just a strength attack.
That's just a strength. So it might be a good one for you since you're, I think, or her. The strength fighters if they want it.
I mean, if anybody wants to fight with a staff.
I mean, my
He has a
big-
mace. She has a. What do you have? Like an axe or something?
I have
She has a tail.
warhammer.
A warhammer.
And my big thing is having a bludgeoning weapon is
Yeah,
key for me.
the crusher feat. Yeah.
Are we done? Can we keep going now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I think so.
We're gonna keep moving up the hallway.
The party heads up the north hallway, and as you start to climb up, you find that you continue climbing, and it gets steeper and steeper and steeper, but you're still climbing, and much farther than you think you should be able to.
So gravity is adjusting with us.
If you want to make that determination.
I have a feeling are we going to go around in a circle?
Well, I mean, is the other hallway moving away from us? The one behind us?
Well, you no longer see it around the curve
Right.
of the ceiling.
It's probably letting
Oh,
us go in a
gotcha.
full circle.
Gotcha.
Medicaid says.
As you,
Does it curve up or does it curve?
it keeps going up.
Up. Okay, gotcha.
After you go up just a short ways, you see just over the just under the curve of the ceiling a skeleton, but a rather odd skeleton. It's got this weird metallic protrusion coming out the top of its head in,
Oh, boy.
in the form of shape of a square.
Oh, the skeleton from earlier,
No, the
whatever
other one
that
had
was.
a pyramid,
Oh,
Yeah, at a triangle. Yeah,
like
yeah.
a D4.
Right. Well, it was really more like an extruded triangle.
Oh, okay.
So, a prism, I think they call that. Yes, I am math.
Yeah, but we couldn't get the thing out of the other skeleton's
ran
head,
away.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
No, we killed it in the first tomb that we encountered, and then
And kept its head.
And kept the head. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think Tavriel had kept its head. Did that fall with the items when she
It
died?
would not have been destroyed.
Okay,
so,
so you have it. All right.
okay. This one, just like the other one, turns and sees you, runs away.
After that skeleton,
You first.
Why do these
I
things,
hate you.
why do these things keep running away from us?
Hang on, let me.
He's undead, right? Why would he run away?
Well, maybe he's trying to lead us
Move
somewhere.
an object or a creature with your mind as an action you target. It's got to
It has
be a willing
yeah.
creature, I think.
It's not visible to you at the moment anyway, because it's run over the horizon of the ceiling.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right.
However you want to phrase
Beyond
that.
the horizon.
I
I
gotcha,
mean,
I
so
gotcha.
out of all the group, you two would, and maybe her, would be the ones who would know if that's important to try to follow.
I just said we were going to follow
Okay.
it.
Okay.
So.
Well, then let's go get
And
it.
as the leader of this group, we're going to follow
Oh,
it.
Okay, and you charge off
I
after
love you.
the skeleton, continuing to run up the ramp until you suddenly find yourself at a four-way intersection. Looking through across the four-way intersection, you see the corpse of this weird half goat man thing, and looking to your right, you see a room. You see a light coming from the far end, and a skeleton beating at full speed down towards that
Does
room.
anybody have a ranged weapon?
Did we
Well,
just,
I phrased
did
that
we
poorly,
just go
but
in
you
a
know what I mean.
big
Yeah,
circle?
I gotcha.
Oh, hang on.
The skeleton is not beating it. Okay.
I'm gonna launch Sacred Flame at it.
Are we on the other side of the mirror?
I have a short bow.
I think we just went in a circle, didn't we?
I'll address that later.
Yeah, pretty sure we did.
Well, as I come back
shooting
to the
Sacred
hallway, I
Flame.
go, well, fuck. And you're behind me. So,
Yeah, she squeezes into the hallway next to you and sees the thing turning.
What? What's happening?
So the skeleton turned
Yeah.
to run in the straight direction towards the light. Like
it is running. It is running
so
as fast as it can.
Kalana
can
is squeezing
towards
into that hallway next to her buddy Dirkers
Sure,
there and
sure.
launching Sacred Flame at it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, roll whatever. Sacred Flame is
I think it's
a.
a ranged spell.
It's a dex.
It's a dex save.
Dex save.
Is it?
I
Oh,
believe dex save. Yep.
okay.
I'll
Okay.
pull it up and
Yeah. Dex save at 15.
Ah. He gets a 19.
Boo.
So he manages to duck out of the way
Okay.
and disappears into whatever the light is.
Dorcas is going to run down that hallway.
Okay, you run down that hallway.
While we're running, Kalana shouts, "We need to speak to the voice in your head about why it just had us go in a circle."
Well, we did see that skeleton, didn't we?
Perhaps that was important.
Well, stop arguing with me and run.
I'm running.
Hey, slow down. What's your speed?
She's fast.
40.
40? 40?
Okay, are you
You can't do it from me.
are you running full speed?
I'm gonna... Well, she's smart enough to not leave her group behind, so...
Okay. Is everybody running?
I mean,
I guess so.
Are we being cautious even in the slightest?
We're running with
I'm more like
caution.
Okay. You are moving quickly is the
Yes.
point.
Yes.
Lana's
Yes,
running,
yes.
but she's also trying to keep her impulsive friend safe, so she's trying to keep an eye out.
Okay, so everybody is moving quickly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody's moving quickly, yes.
Okay, so...
So I would keep the pace of the slowest person in the group.
Okay.
Probably me.
Okay. No, it's important for reasons.
I mean, if you're saying that going half speed is what I need to do to be keeping an eye out for things,
we're not metagaming it,
but
Kate.
that's I mean,
Okay.
It's,
I love
are you
you.
going
love you
quickly
very
or
much.
are you going slow?
yeah.
I believe for
Well, I
the...
told you I'm trying to keep an eye out for things.
You
so
can't
read
go.
that.
You can't go quickly cautiously.
Okay.
You're either going quickly or you're going cautiously.
Dorcas is not going to slow down enough to let you be a cautious effer.
The group is moving quickly.
Okay.
I love you, honey. The group is moving quickly.
All right.
Dorcas sees a skeleton that looks a lot like one that we've encountered before, and Dorcas is a hunter.
Okay.
Barbarian.
While we're going, is there time for me to launch any more pot shots at it?
You don't see him anymore.
Okay, because she's in the room.
Because it's gone.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
It's gotten away.
The group. Group.
We've lost
Yes,
the
I've
group.
had an energy drink today, and you can tell.
Good for you. I've had 2.5.
Congratulations.
Yes,
down
I had the,
I fed John an energy drink.
I had the tall one
This
earlier.
never
and I had
happens.
this one on the way home.
He never drinks them.
But I needed something. It's been a long week. Anyway, your group runs into a large room. The first thing you notice as you run in is that it smells like wine.
Oh,
On a checkerboard marble floor, a gilded coffin sparkles in sunlight streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling, which arches 12 feet overhead. 4 huge stone gargoyle heads, their mouths agape, protrude from the walls.
Does this room look familiar? No, that was on the
Yes,
next
it
level
is.
down.
No, that is this level.
Oh.
We were on the upper level.
Fang,
Not- I
in your
wasn't.
head you hear Moa speak. This is strange. I do not recognize any of the symbols in this room.
Have you ever seen this room before?
I have not.
Huh. Alright. Sorry, this is my first time talking to you.
Does it look familiar to them?
To who?
To the people who survived after the long rest, because the long rest was in the room above a room with the checkerboard floor.
Okay.
And four
No,
statues
this
in
is.
the
No,
I don't know.
he didn't describe. He didn't describe like the
sphinxes and stuff.
it was like inside of a canoe or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
yes,
canoe
there
on
was
top
a
of a
boat.
dais.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Got
this
it.
is not
So
that
is
room.
different.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's all good.
At the far end of the room, the skeleton you were chasing has hunkered down.
Hey, you! Why you run from us? Janky little bony friend.
It
You're not
sees-
friend.
It
But
sees
you know
you.
what I mean.
It sees you, and it starts to walk up the wall.
Whoa.
Why do these things have
How
to be
far
so
away is it?
creepy?
It is. The room is 50 feet long. So if you've just entered the room, he's about 45 feet away.
Okay. She's gonna launch Sacred Flame at it again.
Okay, he's going to try to make a dex save again. 9.
All
Roll
right,
damage.
That is a fail. Okay. That will be, let's see here, 14 radiant, I think. That's radiant. Am I reading that?
It's radiant.
Yeah. Okay. 14 radiant.
Okay, this flash of holy energy strikes the skeleton, and it collapses into a pile of dust on the floor at the bottom of the bottom of the wall. Yes, I know the word wall. The bottom of the wall. Its head, boop, perched right on top of the pile of dust.
Okay.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Cool.
I'm worried about this room, though. I don't know. So you said gargoyles, and you read something from that journal page about gargoyles, did you not?
I don't know. My memory's not so good.
Me either. What's your name again?
I think
My
it
name
was
is
something
Fang.
about the dead creatures group being separated by the gargoyles.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the okay, yeah.
So what
We
does it
have a
say?
printout.
We still have the book, I'm
So
assuming.
reading
Yeah, you
it,
keep the journal
so
with you.
I stand there in the doorway and say, our company was separated after the incident with the four-armed gargoyle. Four-armed.
Yeah, these are just gargoyle heads that are just like bas reliefs coming out of the walls
Okay.
with their mouths open.
I say, well, man, can you detect if anything in this space is magical or could attack us?
Let's see. I think he does have. Detect magic. Yeah, give me 10 minutes.
Or
What does it want you in 10 minutes?
what's the range on Mage Hand?
10 minutes.
It's only 30 feet, am I remembering?
It's probably like 30 feet. I don't. Yeah. Actually, I should get my player's handbook. Player's handbook.
So what, you want to actually reference the official documentation? That's not how we play here.
So I like paper and pencil. I'm not using anything electronic. Let's see.
I couldn't keep track of all this otherwise.
It's 30 feet. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought I remembered.
It is on my sheet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I think that my telekinesis is also limited to 30 feet. I'll double check.
From the entrance, it's 25
Might
feet
be able
to
to go
the
further.
sarcophagus. And like I said, it's 50 feet to the far end.
And what is the sarcophagus? Could you describe the sarcophagus again?
Okay. On a checkerboard marbled floor, a gilded coffin sparkles.
Gilded.
Yeah, sparkles in sunlight streaming down from the chamber's vaulted ceiling.
So there's sunlight coming from a vaulted ceiling.
The 12-foot high ceiling.
12-foot high ceiling.
Sunlight streams down on a gilded coffin.
Does that mean there's a hole in the ceiling?
Well, I mean, are we down? It's 12 feet. We're on level 2.
You are on level 2.
Okay, so that could actually be going up to the very top.
I'm not going to say.
Is there any detail that we can see from the doorway on the coffin other than gold?
It just looks like from where you're standing, it just looks like a very fancy, shiny gilded coffin.
So, is that light coming down? Is it coming from a hole, or is it some other?
You can't. You don't see a hole in the ceiling.
So it's
It
just.
could be fake sunlight.
Could be fake, could be cracks.
I
in
mean,
the
you'll make
stone.
fake sunlight.
That's true.
This is true, dear Chris.
Just saying.
Foreman's going to start ritual casting.
Shrug my shoulder.
He's gonna
Angry lizard.
take out all of his stuff and start ritual casting. Detect magic.
Detect magic. Okay.
Detect magic. Yes, 30 feet.
Okay. So then you easily detect then that the sunlight is indeed illusion magic.
The sunlight is illusion magic.
That's what I just said.
False hopes.
Yes, well, we don't hear you, stupid godlike voice.
Hi, sweetie.
More puffs and more cheese.
Is there any other magic in the room? I mean, I can kind of walk around and scan around a little bit.
As you walk in a little bit more, you also notice that the coffin is surrounded by an aura of abjuration magic.
Okay.
That's like wards and defense, right?
Don't touch it.
There's abjuration magic around in the coffin.
Does that mean we don't want to touch it?
I would say be careful.
Is there anyone who can dispel such magic, perhaps?
I might be able to.
Really? I might be able to. You might be able to.
I think he did set dispel magic after he took his long rest.
Oh, gotcha.
Can you read for me the description of dispel magic?
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell level. On a successful check, the spell ends.
Okay, what do you want to cast the spell magic on?
And if you cast it higher level, does it work better? Or that is, it's like a 3rd level spell on its own, right?
Well, I only have the 3rd is the highest I can cast. So.
You may do better to let the wizard do it, depending on his capability.
I will ask
Saruman.
Saruman.
Old man.
Saruman's derpy older brother.
Yeah.
I don't even remember his name. That's the irony of the name fight.
Cinnamon.
Cinemold man.
Saruman.
Cinemold man.
All right, hold on. I cast a spell magic on the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Third level.
3rd level?
3rd level.
On the sarcophagus.
We're waiting.
If it doesn't work, John, it's fine. If it's something inside, I'm not going to be upset if I waste a spell slot.
Okay. Yeah, it is actually that. Yeah, you cast it on the sarcophagus, and indeed nothing happens.
Okay. Hey, I don't think it did anything. Must be something inside.
In this coffin, or maybe somewhere else in the room that's causing that effect.
Well, I don't get anything else.
You didn't get anything
room,
else with your detection, right?
No, you have the illusion magic of the sunlight and the abjuration magic surrounding the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Or the coffin, or whatever it is. Sarcophagoffin.
Hey, lizard person, why don't you open up that sarcophagus? Leader person.
She waddles over to the coffin.
Sir Chris, don't touch
if
that.
you don't want to touch the magic, I could try with my ability.
Are you questioning my strength?
I'm trying to keep you safe.
I don't need you to keep me safe.
Y'all just gonna leave the head there? I don't know.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, we're not across the room yet, but,
Yeah.
but we will pick it up, yes.
I mean, she could try with telekinesis to move anything large or smaller. I don't know if the lid would actually move, but she's half inclined to just watch the lizard bumble into it and see what happens. She probably is. She hit you.
So I'm gonna reach out and touch that coffin.
Okay, nothing happens when you touch the coffin.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to open the coffin.
You have no problem opening the coffin.
All right.
All right, as you open the coffin,
I start the coffin.
not quite. You have a split second to notice that there is something in the coffin, some kind of plaque. And at that moment, the corridor behind you guys, a slab of stone quickly begins to descend.
Oh, fuck.
No discussion. I want from each of you what you have, basically a reaction to take. And I want from each of you what you're doing. Starting with Chris.
A reaction.
It could be a movement, or anything you can do as a reaction.
Right.
If you do a movement, you can move up to your speed.
Where was the party situated?
Gotcha,
Were we still in the
okay.
hall? Were we in the room?
You're all inside the room, kind of close to the door.
Okay.
Except me.
Except for Dirkris, who's standing over by
In the middle of the room.
In the middle of the room.
Okay.
I guess he's going to move. Well, he doesn't want to leave the party. He's going to move towards the door, which I guess is 30 feet.
Okay, so are you going to exit the room, is the question.
Are you going to try to dash out the door before it closes, I guess is what he's asking? Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine, sir. As much as a 9-year-old man can, yeah, he's going to try to get out of the room.
You're going to exit the room.
Yeah.
What is Mayak doing?
Mayak is going to try to throw his javelin to see if it can somehow arrest the door from closing completely.
Okay, make an attack throw. I'll allow that. It's not technically a reaction, but I'll allow it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, actually. And is it my strength?
Yes.
So it's going to be a 21.
Okay. That is enough for... Okay. You throw the javelin, and it does indeed stick underneath the... on the edge of the slab coming down, but the slab is just too heavy, and it snaps the javelin, and you lose the javelin. What is... actually, I should be going through and then telling you what the resolutions are. What is Fang doing?
That's a good idea, Joe.
Well, in preparation of not knowing what's going to happen, cast a 3rd level bless spell.
Well, you prepare to.
Yeah.
What is...
Okay. So she's going to try to use her telekinesis to move a large object 30 feet in any direction of her choosing. She's going to try to force the door back up.
Okay, what is Dirkris doing?
You said I saw a plaque.
There is a...
Is it on the top of the lid, or is it in the inside?
It's inside the coffin.
I'm going to throw the lid towards the door.
The lid itself is attached to the coffin and will not come off.
You just get it out and close it again?
I'm guessing the plaque is attached.
You don't know that.
Try to pick it up.
I'm gonna get inside the coffin and hide. No.
Close the coffin.
You'll fit. That's what you want to do.
I don't know. The last time I went into an enclosed space, I got really crunched. Can I attempt to rip the lid off of the coffin?
If that's what you want to try to do. Okay, resolution time. You, since you were pretty close to the door already, you have no problem getting out of the room. Hey! You are now outside the room. I told you what happened. You lost a javelin because you hit it too well. You begin to cast your bless spell. Not a problem. You try to move.
Telekinesis, large object. Try to lift the door up. It's a 5-foot corridor. So.
It's way too heavy.
Okay.
And you tug and pull as you like. You can't get that lid off.
Okay.
I was gonna see if she could telekinesis the lid.
And with that, the
Who
door.
has a spell strong enough to lift a heavy door?
Okay. The door. The stone slab slams down, sealing off the room, with one person outside, 4 people inside.
Oh, shit.
So for everyone except formaldehyde sees the mouths of the 4 gargoyles around side on the walls. The mouths, a plug seems to lift up from inside each of the mouths.
Oh no! We're
And
gonna
a
get gas.
red liquid starts pouring in.
Shit!
I want initiatives from everybody.
Quick, shove all your rations in the mouths.
The mouths are pretty large, actually.
I do have one
The
play
floor
I
is
could do.
lava!
And you now know where the smell of wine came from.
Oh, it's wine.
Oh, this might
Just
be
drink it really fast.
What a way to go.
Crap.
Okay, yeah, what you got?
One.
One.
That's with
Foramun.
I have no modifier. Oh. So it's just one.
14.
14. Fang. 7. Kalana.
23.
Of course. Dirkus.
Ever the overachiever, Kate.
9.
9.
Very distracted by this coffin.
Well, I'm last with 1.
Well, Dirkus usually has a pretty good initiative.
Okay. Okay. The wine is pouring into the room.
Okay.
Kalana, what do you want to do?
Okay. Let's see here. Would you rule that she's close enough to be able to run over and scoop up that skull with a free flourish? She was a ways in the room already.
She was?
Well, she had come in through the door at least, like, probably 10 or 15 feet. I would say.
Yeah, you're probably 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. With a 35-foot movement, you could get close enough to the...
She has a 30-foot movement.
Okay, so you could... If you want to... I mean, if you want to dash, you could, but...
Let's see here. So is the coffin on a raised diastole in the middle?
Good question. No, it is not.
But the coffin itself sits a little higher.
Well, the coffin seems to be attached to the floor.
Okay.
I mean, it's a box.
What are the approximate dimensions? It probably doesn't say. You said the Dirkus could fit in it?
Sure. I mean, it's a 5 by 10 foot coffin.
Okay. 5 by 10 by 10.
Okay.
It'll fit a medium creature.
Gotcha.
Okay. So she runs over to the coffin. She is going to use her telekinesis to get the skull.
Okay. You now have a skull with a. You now have a square skull.
Okay. Let me check. I think that's her action. Action. Yep. So she does that. And then if she looks in the coffin, does it appear that the plaque is loose? Could she scoop it up with a free flourish?
Yeah, the plaque's just kind of sitting there.
Okay, so she picks it up,
Okay.
takes a quick look.
You on the plaque, you see the words "Drown your sorrows."
Well,
It says, Darkus, close it, maybe it'll stop the trap. And that's all I can do for now, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Foramun, you're outside the room. You can't hear anything. You just know you've suddenly been sealed off from the group.
And there's nothing going on out here at all?
No, it's dark. Oh no, unless the sunlight's still going on. I think the sunlight spell might still be going on. You still concentrating on that?
Huh?
I haven't had that for a while.
I think
okay.
everybody had cast light. Like, I had light on something.
The
and
sunlight
someone else
spell
had
was
light
in
on
that
something.
room.
Oh, I thought it was out in the middle. Oh well, never mind. It's dark.
Have we? I'm sorry, I'm confused. I thought we had a light source as we were moving through the dungeon. Am I misremembering? Because
We all
Yes.
either had
We
dark
had-
vision or were cast.
Yeah, up till now, pretty much everybody had dark
Something
vision,
on.
except for Mayak, who was using a torch. Last session, after a swap out, a couple of you had the light cantrip.
Yeah, I had
someone
put light.
cast
I
You
think,
still have
on
the light cantrip
shield
going?
or
Yeah.
something.
Okay, you have the light cantrip.
I probably
Okay, it's not dark.
I probably have it on my staff. It's probably
Yeah.
probably what
Okay.
probably on the head of my staff.
Okay, it's not dark. You have a sealed door in front of you.
My shiny new goat staff.
You have a stone. You now have a stone slab in front of you and an empty corridor behind you.
And if we're not
Okay,
right, our listeners will tell us.
All right, so I'm going to cast Dimension Door, and I've already checked this. It will work through the wall. I don't have to see what I'm doing. I just have to describe the place.
Yeah, dimension door is the nice one
It says it can be a place you can see.
that you're familiar with.
It can be one you can visualize,
Yeah.
or you can describe distance and direction.
Wasn't that one that he said doesn't necessarily work how we intend it to inside the
Depends
tomb,
how
though?
far he's going, probably, but yes. Yeah.
I mean,
He's already committed. Let's see how this plays out.
Foreman doesn't know that.
Okay. You cast Dimension Door, and you step through the door.
I step through.
I assume you step through, that's right. Dimension Door is not the one that.
No, I teleport.
He's trying to teleport
Listen,
back into the room.
I'm trying to teleport lying down into the coffin. Just because.
Okay. You cast your spell.
Yeah.
You vanish.
Okay.
Like, period.
I really hope he's dead.
That's why you ran out of the room in the first place, right?
No, I just did what I thought he would do.
It sounds like what your character
Yeah.
would have done.
And he vanished into nothingness.
And he was never heard from again.
Seen again.
Joins Gleep.
Dirkris, what are you doing?
I'm going to jump in the coffin and shut the top.
Oh my god.
Okay, you jump into the coffin, you shut the lid.
I like it.
Fang?
Oh, sheet.
Fang, your boots are wet.
Well, she shuts it. Does anything happen with the flow, or?
Nope.
If he hasn't said anything yet, then we don't know if anything happened yet.
It's okay. It's okay to ask for details. Up to a point.
Up to a point.
Chris.
Don't give me the snooty attitude. Only your character's
I'll
supposed to be
give you all
snooty.
the snoot that I want.
And gorge snoot even.
Well, I think it's been long enough that the rage probably wore off now.
Fang?
Unless
got?
I kept hitting you. Am I touching
Brian?
you? Am I touching you? Am I touching you?
Does it keep a rage going?
Oh, that's does your bless spell go off? Do you want to finish? You just kind of started casting that.
Did
Do you
you
want
bless
to
the
let
wine?
that go off?
Yeah, that was
Nice.
my kind of.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let it go off. Also, everybody in the room has bless. Okay, beautiful. So go ahead and take your turn.
Don't have anything cool for this, but I'm gonna cast Water Walk.
Oh.
Nice.
Does water walk work on wine?
I'll read it.
That's the Jesus effect.
Jesus Christ.
Says the spell grants the ability to move across any liquid surface, such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava, as if it were harmless solid ground. Creatures crossing molten lava can still take damage from the heat. Up to 10 willing creatures you can see within the range gain this ability for the duration.
Ooh.
Is that also concentration?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why I cast it.
beautiful.
Says if you target a creature submerged in any liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface
Pop up.
of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round.
Okay, so everybody's now. Do you want to cast that on everybody in the room?
Oh shit, he can't see me. I went into
she's
the
in a
coffin.
sarcophagus.
You're in the coffin. So
So, Mayok and
Kalana,
Alana
and Fang
myself.
are now walking on top of the wine. They're
Oh.
wine walking.
One walking.
See. Okay, Mayak, you're up.
Shoot. I guess I'm gonna go try to attack one of those things.
One of the gargoyles.
Yeah. Or is it too gushing out like a Niagara or something?
The wine is coming out pretty forcefully, but otherwise it's just like a boss relief. It's
You might
just
be
kind of
able
a.
to break it or force the mouth shut, one or the other. You're strong.
Do you want?
Strong like
Give it
bull.
a try.
Go ahead and make a perception on the. Well, actually, no, don't bother. You approach one of the reliefs, gargoyles, and you do not see the valve that had opened. It's just raised up and
Okay.
and
So it's
recessed. Yeah, so it is just a wide open mouth that's just gushing wine.
I guess I don't have an action outside of trying to get on top of the coffin.
You want to get on top of the coffin? Well,
Well, you can just stand on the wine.
Well, I was trying to see it.
I mean, what spells do you have?
Nothing that will help in this circumstance. Oh, wait, hold on.
You have a bowl of water elemental conjuring.
Why don't I try that? From,
See if it can help you. I don't know. I mean, the problem with the watermelon
Could cast the
elemental is
immovable rod onto the ceiling. We could hold on to it.
so they can go wild if they get injured.
You'll eventually get up to the ceiling on the wine.
I won't. I'm not walking on the line.
That's true.
I
That's
just
true.
hold my action just to see what happens. Because there's really nothing I can do.
I mean, what do you want ready to do? Do you want to ready to help if someone figures out a way to stop it, or like?
Yeah.
there are actions you can take off your normal things, or you can attempt to gather more information from the room. There's nothing that says that you have to use one of your
Maybe look for
sheets,
hidden
sheet
doors.
actions.
Hidden doors, switches.
I'll look for switches.
Okay, make a perception check on the room.
Which my perception is terrible, but I'm going to try.
Always worth a try.
And that's not a good one.
Add
you
it
get?
up.
Perception. So it's a minus on that. So it's really 4.
Okay, perception check of 4.
He's a 5,
nothing.
but
They all the wine splashing around and stuff
I'm drinking
gets in
it.
your vision, and you really can't
sacramental
see it.
wine.
You really can't figure out what's going on in the room.
Yeah. I decide maybe I might lay down in it or something.
All right. Back to the top of round. Now at top of round 2. We're back to Kalana. Kalana, you want to do anything? The wine is getting deeper.
Yeah, I know. I'm walking on it, but staying.
You're getting closer to the ceiling. The wine is now about a foot deep.
Yeah. Okay. She's gonna try to search around the room for doors, latches, switches. Yada yada yada.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay, which dice? Who wants to behave? That one was good. That's not nice. Slightly higher roll. What's it? Good modifier. That is 11.
11. You look around, you see 4 gargoyles spitting wine.
Okay. Is that it? Was that my action or was that free flourish?
No, that's your action.
Okay.
You're taking the action of looking around.
Okay. I hammer on the coffin and say, we sure could use some help out here. Fearless
What you're talking
leader.
about?
Fearless leader who's in charge, who can protect all of us.
I'm checking for fit.
Alright. And I'm going to try to climb on top of, or next to the coffin, ready to get up on
Yeah,
top
don't
of
get
it.
on
too.
top of it,
Yeah,
then I gotta
want you to
figure
get on.
out.
Yes, yeah. Well, I think he already got on top of it, so you're already going to be heaving.
No,
as
I didn't
well.
get on top
Oh,
of
you
it.
did? Okay.
We'll come to you later.
Dumbfounded at the
Dirkris.
walls.
I'm going to throw the lid back open.
Okay. Throw the lid back open.
God damn it didn't work.
It's half your movement to stand up.
Okay. That's fine.
You see the wine is a little over a foot deep in it.
Oh, that's half of my height. No. God damn it, what are we going to do? I'm gonna start running around the room checking for switches. Or...
Okay.
No, I can't start running around the room checking for switches. I don't have the movement.
You can visually inspect the room.
Help somebody.
I'm gonna look around the room and see if the wine is like... See if it's like hitting the wall in any weird kind of way in anywhere.
Make a perception check.
Can I do it with it? Actually,
Checks with advantage?
when wisdom checks are with advantage, although perception's usually disadvantage for me, so it's gonna be normal this time.
Don't forget to roll a d4.
Remember, there is
Oh,
because
was
there
I
is
blessed?
sunlight in the room.
Was I blessed? I thought you did
You are,
right.
so
You,
Right,
thought
but
you
my
did
god
bless.
gives me
Bless
advantage
was
on
the,
all wisdom-based
Right.
checks.
but your race gives you a lot of disadvantages when you're
Yeah,
in sunlight.
Dirkris didn't get it because she was in the
Right.
So,
Oh.
so you're correct. So for now, yes, you run normal.
So
Roll normal.
my perception normally has disadvantage according to my character sheet.
He's like, right?
Probably when you're in sunlight.
Yeah, look at the details. Sometimes they don't show you key text unless you open up the full text. Hi.
I think you have sunlight sensitivity.
That sounds right.
I know I have it, I just can't remember what it...
Features and
I know.
traits.
Yeah, disadvantage on attack rolls and on perception checks that rely on sight.
Yeah,
when you're in sunlight. So
So normally in the tomb you wouldn't have disadvantage, but because there's the
Right.
illusionary sunlight in the room, you do.
but I get to roll it normal because of my new god.
Because math! Roll it.
Because of my new god. That would be a nat 20.
Oh, well, add it up. And nat 20s aren't automatic successes, but...
Yeah.
Plus 1 for bless, so 21.
Okay.
Plus modifier?
My modifier is 0.
Okay.
Okay, so total of 21.
Because
Okay.
I'm not the very wise
Better
lizard.
than all the rest of us, fearless leader.
Okay. The wine coming out of the... since you're focusing on the gargoyles and the wine coming out of it,
I was also focusing on like the walls to see if, like, you know how. If
let me
you're,
tell my
like-
story. It's a good thing. Don't worry about it. The wine coming out of the gargoyles doesn't seem to be different in any way out of them, but you think that you could fit in the mouths.
Yes, small lizard creature.
Assuming that you can get through the wine.
Do you tell us that?
Guys, I think I have a crazy idea. I don't like to say this. Can somebody give me a lift into one of those mouths?
I give you a lift.
Oh, Colin. Actually can.
You'll have... okay. Okay.
Well, he already said he was holding. Oh no, you checked the room. Never mind.
Well, no.
Okay.
Where'd you? Oh, you
That's
checked
okay.
the room
You
instead
use
of
your action
holding?
for the perception. That's fine.
You
But
moved,
but you still have a bit of movement. You can get
Yeah,
up to
so
one
I'll
of them.
use my last 20 feet to move towards one of the gargoyles.
Which one? Northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest.
Are any of them closer than any other one?
They're all equidistant from the coffin.
Okay, then I will go. Fuck. I will go towards one of the two in the back of the room.
So northwest, southwest. Sorry, east. Northeast, southeast.
Let's go northeast.
Okay. You move to stand in front of one of those gargoyles.
Okay.
Fang, you're up.
Do you share your whatever idea it is you have with the party, or
Yeah, I said, does somebody want to give me a lift? I want to try climbing one of these mouths. And I head towards one of the gargoyles.
Okay. The wine is about 2 feet deep now.
Great.
How tall are you?
Well, I'm a small creature. I don't technically have a height. I didn't get that far in my details.
Well, you're probably about up to your neck or something like that.
I don't know how tall are kobolds. Monster manual.
the only thing I can think of is just to search for switches and such.
All right. Well, continue with them. Make perception checks on the room.
27.
27. You don't find any switches or anything, but
At least a 20 on that? Come on.
but you also think that you probably could get into one of those mouths if you really squeeze.
Or wild shaped into something that
If
can
I
crawl
really
through it.
squeeze.
Squeeze, get down, squeeze, and try to
Can you
decline
turn into a swimming creature?
You can already walk on the line.
Yeah.
I'm confused. She's bigger than I am.
No, I'm not. I'm a small
No, they're
creature.
both small.
You're a small.
You're a small creature too?
Tiny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. All right, never mind. Then yeah, you think you could fit them in the mouth?
Kobolds are
Sorry,
little.
I forgot. I forgot. You're a goblin. All right. I'm so used to thinking of you as a snake for some reason.
Well, yeah. Snake. Let's see. What do we got here? So the gargoyles are on the top of the wall.
They're like reliefs on the wall.
So on the wall. How far up?
About halfway up the wall.
Which is
Like 6 feet.
So we're roughly about they probably about say they're 4 feet tall. So that
The
would
water's
put them around.
2 feet high, so I'm going to jump 4 feet.
So,
All right, so I'll jump 4 feet and
grab hold.
grab hold and
Well, you'll have to do that next round because you already used your action this round. Well, actually, yeah, because there's mechanics for that.
okay. Fair enough. That just means I'll have less to jump.
Mayor, anything you want to do?
I think I'm going to go over to where Dirk Chris is to try to help her.
Okay, you want to try to lift her up into the
Yes.
mouth of the gargoyle? Okay, you have plenty of strength to do that. But since you're essentially pushing her, why don't you give me a strength check anyway?
It's going to be 15.
15. Dirkris, your mouth and eyes and various other facial orifices get filled with wine as Mayak tries to stuff you into the gargoyle's open mouth. But unfortunately, the force of the wine is too strong and it pushes you back out.
Tasty. Painful. But
So, okay. Also, in case any of you guys are wondering, the wine is a. Yeah, the wine is unfortunately just a very cheap Merlot.
Dirkrith doesn't know the difference.
Starts getting drunk.
I wonder how dragon constitution
it tastes like bare feet.
barefoot. You mean?
No, tastes like bare feet.
This puzzle.
Like a bear just stomped on these grapes and turned them into wine.
You've got
We
a
were
way-
talking
you've got a ways
about
to
like
go.
barefoot wine.
Yeah,
it's-
bare feet. How do you think they make the wine?
Okay. Okay, so top of round 3. As each of you are walking around on the wine or doggy paddling through the wine when necessary, which is now about 3 foot deep.
Oh, no.
From up in a few spots, the wine starts to coalesce in little swirls, and suddenly 3 creatures made of the wine rise up out of the wine and start to move towards you to attack.
Oh boy.
And that's where we'll hold your combat for now.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, this
Well, how am I supposed to fight my drunken nature?
Now, to get on to your other errant party member, Foramon. You cast your dimension door, thinking that you were going to pop into the coffin, but instead, you find yourself popped into a mass grave. You arrive in a room filled with rotting corpses. Protruding from one wall is a large green devil's face, its flared nostrils set just above the putrescent mass. A sconce above the face holds a flickering torch. As you inspect the green devil face, you notice in each of its nostrils is a lever.
Okay. Do you want to cover this now?
Sure.
Okay.
Only take a moment.
So I see 2 levers. One in each nostril.
Yep.
Okay. I will use Mage Hand to pull the left one.
As you pull the left lever, the mouth of the devil face opens wide, revealing a gullet filled with an impenetrable darkness. Suddenly, you feel a massive force pull at you, and you come flying towards the mouth of the devil.
I'm way too happy about this.
Falling in, and you fall into darkness forever.
Really?
Yes.
Yay!
So technically, he doesn't die, so he can't bring in a new character, correct? Sorry, Chris.
Nope,
You're just gonna have to
died.
listen for the rest of the campaign.
You are torn apart by the forces of darkness and disintegrate.
okay.
So yeah, you die.
Cool!
Oh no! You actually validly killed your character.
Not on purpose, though.
And that is actually, and I didn't fudge that in the module.
There you go. You actually
deaths.
are the official first
First
death
death.
that actually happened legit.
All right, I have another character sheet right here. Ready to go.
There's 37 more of me.
No, that's awesome. I'm very happy about that because I didn't want to swear in front of my daughter
Yeah, I know.
over and over again. But I had 2 sessions of having a lot of fun with that character. That was really awesome.
All right, and I guess that's we'll call it for tonight. So everybody, say goodnight to the listeners.
Good night, listeners.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a review anywhere this podcast can be found. Our social media links, plus additional content, can be found on our website at knightsofroleplay.com. Please tell your friends about Knights of Roleplay, an adventuring podcast, and spread the word through social media. Your help and support are greatly appreciated.